yeah, the Russians, you do actually think the Russians will go to Odessa and cut off Ukraine from the Black Sea?
Yes, Odessa is a Russian city. If you go back historically, it was and these areas were seized from the Mongols and Tartars and Turks at the time that Catherine the Great seized the whole area along the Black Sea and Crimea. This is 1776, roughly. It was part of the Ottoman Empire, and the Crimean Tartars were a tributary state of the Ottoman Empire. They switched their allegiance once what was once called the Golden Horde, the Mongolian Empire, fell apart. And then the Crimean Tartars maintained some degree of modest autonomy until the 1840s. But the point is that there was nothing Ukrainian about these areas. The Ukrainians were further north into the heartland that we now call Western Ukraine. And that reached to the Dnieper River and a little further east down to the Cossack Sich state in the Dnieper River Valley. And that's it. That's historic Ukraine. And the Russians are not interested in ruling that. That's not their goal. Their goal was to secure their own country against the use of Ukraine as a weapon against Russia. That's largely accomplished. The key now is to consolidate that accomplishment with an agreement that keeps NATO and future enemies out of Western Ukraine. I think the Europeans can come to some sort of arrangement on that. I'm reassured finally by Polish behavior, because the Polish electorate has now turned against this war. I think having millions of Ukrainians in their country has helped them make that decision. That's another discussion point. But the bottom line is, I think we've reached now a strategic inflection point. Who in the West is going to stand up and say enough is enough and end this travesty? I don't know. Unfortunately, I see no evidence for anything intelligent coming out of Washington.